What's up, guys? Hope y'all had a great week. Hope this is going to be an awesome weekend. I know it's a long weekend for some people coming up, so teachers like Greg and my wife and people like that definitely getting some extra time off, so that is super cool. But wanted to do another video today on some pickups, some of them recent, some of them not so recent, but they've been piling up, and have a lot of super cool cards to show you tonight. And before we get to that though, when I was doing that video on the Provisions, Alan, our buddy with collecting Maddox, pointed out that I didn't talk about the 1994s and how they fit together. So that is true. So I need to do that. So I'm going to cut to another video here in a second and show you that. But the reason there was 9 of them in 1994 is because if you put them all in a 9-pocket page, they all made one piece of art. So it is super cool. So thanks to Alan for pointing that out so I could show you guys. So this is the first video I've had a chance to do that. So we will do that right now. So yeah, here we are, the 1994 Provisions. So the reason they made 9 of them is just so if you had them in a 9-pocket page, they all make one piece of art. So you can see how those tie in. And then it ties into the next ones. And you can see how Ozzy's, cloak is coming down. Everything ties in. You can see the bricks kind of carrying into the design here. So, super cool. If you have all those lined up like you would in a 9-pocket page, they all make one piece of art. So that's why they did 9 on 1994. And it was just kind of a unique one-off thing, but that is super cool. So how cool is that? Just really neat how they did that, where they had some purpose behind making 9 of them, and they all fit together to make one piece of art. I really like that. So let's look at some really sick cards here. Been picking up some stuff for a while. Some of this stuff isn't as recent, but some of it is. And it is awesome. But to start out real quick, there's some freebies the guy sent me with something that I bought from eBay, and I think they're really cool. So these are, fake, reprint type cards, but they're all full backed. Just really neat for something they're just throwing in for free. Really neat looking Babe Ruth. And speaking of Babe Ruth, reprint, like I said, they're fully backed. They're pretty neat. And the Jackie rookie. I mean, to have something like this in your collection that you couldn't afford, and of course this is much nicer than someone could afford anyways, but super cool. And then that one. So Jim Mint centered up, looking perfect Mickey Mantle. Yes, it's fake, but just kind of cool. Kind of cool that they would, send these for free with something I bought that wasn't even expensive. So that was super nice of that guy. But I do collect that kind of stuff. I love reprints of awesome cards that I can't afford real ones of. So I thought that was cool. But the next thing is this set of Mattingly's cards from Evansville, Indiana. Just a set of all these different years, but I unbagged it and put it in sleeves. But I know Keith, Lonely Basement, and Hitman 23 have these, but they are, as Keith would say, beautiful. So you got this 1978, 79, so it kind of follows his career through the years. And this is the 1991 set, obviously sponsored by Coca-Cola. So it only goes through 91. But what a cool set. This is not an expensive set. And it's really cool. There's the fan. Donnie Baseball. Piece of awesome art there. Coca-Cola card. Really cool backs. But yeah, that's what they look like there. But super cool set of Donnie Baseball. Really like it. I didn't have it, so I think I saw Hitman most recently showing that, and shout out to you guys and shout out to him. I had to go ahead and pick that up because it is too cool to be missing from my collection, especially when it's that cheap. This next one is 2024 Archives. This is Mickey Mantle, and it is awesome. This is the black foil version. So this is the back. These aren't numbered, but the black foil, I know technically Yankee uniforms are not black, but Black is a much better color match on a card than most blues. So this thing is super cool. So it's a rainbow foil with the black foil. Really stunning image. You can buy this thing for like $5 and it is beautiful. I know there's rarer and numbered versions of this, but I think this is the best one. It's inexpensive, but it's just, man, a gorgeous image. The black foil border with the rainbow foil background and the name. That's just a gorgeous mantle card. I had to have it. It's too cheap to pass up. I think it was $5 shipped. So really, really cool modern card of Mickey Mantle. Beautiful card. So I had to pick that up. That was a real cool pickup for me. And next up, there's a new Topps X set of Chris Berman. So they're called Boomers Baseball, and there are some short prints, and there's all kinds of inserts and cool things in here, and there's some even more SSPs that are nickname cards that are even different than these. But these are like the standard cards in the set, except for they have the nickname, and I have to add them to my nickname collection. So that's what the backs look like. These are super cool. I have some more coming as well. I'll get a few of these because they're so neat. But here's what they look like. Boomers Baseball. You can see Berman down there in the corner. Back, gone. Yeah, this is Dwight Johnny B. Gooden. Super cool. So I need these for my nickname collection. They're not that expensive, but these are short prints. The normal ones just have their regular, Will Clark name, but Will the Natural Clark right there. Really cool card. Really cool shot on there. My dude, Jeff Bagwell. Now, Jeff Brown Paper Bagwell is not the greatest nickname ever, but he's my guy, and it's a nickname that Berman had for him on TV. So I would have definitely done something more like In the Bag Well or something like that where it isn't so silly. But hey, one of my favorite guys, Sammy Say It Ain't Sosa, doing the home run hop. And I collect everything with him doing the hop. So perfect that I get the nickname card and the Sammy hop card all in the same card. Beautiful card. Of course, blue color match on that one. Love it, love it, love it. And his partner in crime, Mark Eve of Destruction McGuire. Just takes me back to those days in the 90s. Berman on TV, calling all the home run derbies and Sports Center and everything else. Just super, super fun time. Really glad they made this set. I wish I could have all of them. There's a ton of really cool cards if you didn't know about these. But Chris Berman Topps X, Boomers Baseball, and these are the nickname parallels. There are some nickname inserts as well that are different, but the nickname parallels I really, really like, and they're not that expensive, so I wanted to get a bunch of my favorite guys. So that's what I did. Next up, we have some buybacks, and thank you to Shane Shoebox Legends for getting me into this stuff. But this is cool, man. My guy Ripken, it's a highlight card, and it is just so awesome. He joined the 403,000 club, which is very, very exclusive, of course. And that's the highlight card, and there's the holiday buyback ornament stamp there. And it's kind of a gold border and the gold stamp name and Topps. I just think it's awesome. It's a beautiful card. Got it for just a few bucks. Of course, it's all beat up and stuff. It's a buyback, but it's just super cool, Ripken. Love that card. So that's buyback number 1. Speaking of Shane, he has this card. He showed it on his channel. And Brian Hunter was prospect with the Astros a long time ago and came up with the Astros in the early to mid 90s, and of course ended up moving on. But that card there, being the base thief that he was, such a cool card. I mean, I would want that regardless, but this is the silver stamped Rediscover Topps buyback. So I had to grab that when I saw there was one more available after seeing Shane's. But yeah, Brian Hunter was a guy I saw here, got pictures of. I may have got his autograph when he was here. I don't remember, but I'd have to look back in some of that stuff. But I really liked him. He was super fast. He was a good dude. But yeah, so this is the swiping bases card in buyback form, which is super awesome. Who knows how many of them there are, but now me and Shane have one. Speaking of stuff me and Shane have, and Dylan, this card here, you know, the Billy Cowan card. I have one in nice condition. And now I have the 50th anniversary buyback. This popped up, and even though I have a regular one, and this is of course off-centered and stuff, it's a buyback. It's not going to be perfect condition, but to get a buyback version pretty cheap of the Angels Tower card, couldn't help it. So super cool. I don't know how many other opportunities there's going to be able to get a buyback one of those. So when I saw it, I bought it. That is too cool. So the next thing is some really cool miscut cards. These have to be some of my favorite miscuts ever, if not my favorite. You know, I love the 1991 Fleer Provisions. I like all Provisions, but 91 is the bomb, and these miscuts are amazing. Look at this. The American flag, Mark McGwire with Ruben Sierra at the top. That's the bottom of Ruben Sierra's card. Complete miscut. How freaking sick is that? That is a cool miscut. Then my 84 Donruss guys, we got Darryl Strawberry and Don Mattingly. Look at that, man. The bottom of Mattingly's card at the top. That is just too cool. Speaking of Mattingly, the pinstripe Mattingly card with Eric Davis at the top. So awesome miscut. So if you combine both of these, you can have the proper Mattingly card right there. That's how it should have been. But how about that? Darryl Strawberry, Don Mattingly, Mark McGwire. You got the those are some awesome miscut cards, man. I tell you, those are some of my favorites ever. Maybe they got to be my favorite miscuts ever. I think I have that one with Bagwell and Griffey on miscut. That's another awesome one. But these things are too cool. So I had to get them. The next three are some really sick modern Nolan Ryan cards. We got 3 of them, and man, are these cool. So I had shown you the Leaf Trinity Nolan Ryan with the star background. It had like a star field in space behind him. That was a numbered card. This one is the one that's not numbered, but it's a better looking card. This is the one I really wanted. Finally found a real clean copy for a good deal. It was pretty cheap, but this thing dances like so awesome. This is the one I really wanted. It's just not a numbered card, but check this thing out. Leaf Trinity Steel Nolan Ryan. Look at this. Look at those boxes just dance. That is just a sick card. I mean, they're fairly limited. They're not all over the place as it is, but they're not actually numbered. But Leaf Trinity Steel insert Nolan Ryan with these squares. Oh man, they just have such movement. That is just a beautiful card, man. I had to get that. Finally picked one up. Check that out with the light, man. Even when it's still, it's awesome, but when it's moving, it is next level. Speaking of that, this card is ridiculous. So Shane turned me on to these, but Panini Prism made a factory set with some Pandora parallels. The whole set is, and it's expensive. It's hundreds of dollars. And they come with 6 gold ones, which are only numbered to 4. I don't have any of those yet because they are pricey if you want to get someone that you actually want. But even the base ones, they only made 199 sets. So even the base ones are numbered to 199. So here's the Nolan 86 of 199, you can see there. But these Pandoras are insane. It's got to be some of the best shine I've ever seen on a card. Now, when I start moving it, check that out. Oh, man. Panini Pandora parallel. Oh, my gosh. That is just sick. Real cool. Nolan Ryan there. Just had to get this. It was not much money. I mean, the golds would probably be real expensive if you get a number to 4 of Ryan, but you can see the etching there in the uniform and all the squares and all the movement. Probably doesn't even do it justice here on camera, but in real life, that is some sick shine, but you can definitely tell. Look at that. I mean, that card, that is a couple of awesome cards, and we're about to make it 3 awesome cards. So Leaf has those online exclusives. I've gotten the other year of the anime card with the express train in the background and stuff. Very, very cool. But this one has the 5714, but I've been waiting on this one. And this is the red number to 25. So here it is, number 24 of 25, Anime Nation, Nolan Ryan. Super, super cool card. And these are like refractors. But this is the red parallel. Check that thing out. It's got that rainbow refractor shine. 5714. Shout out to Jim, 5714 collector. And shout out to Russ. I know he has a version of this card as well. But obviously you're not going to get logos on these, and it's blue in the blue uniform. So I figured with the red highlights on the red parallel, not only that it's numbered to 25, but the red parallel kind of brings the blue and red into where it's kind of Rangers looking. So that is just beautiful. Look at the shine on that card. Got the anime style art, the 5714, the clouds, and the red parallel. I think this thing is just awesome. I'm glad I was patient. I mean, there's even more limited stuff like pink and stuff, but I don't want that. I mean, this is the one I wanted. It's super limited, plus it's got the look I wanted. So that way you get the blue and the red of the Rangers, and that is just some eye candy to be back there for the rest of this video, because man, those are 3 insanely cool Nolan Ryan cards, albeit modern, ultra modern even. So that is super awesome. The next one is going to be adding to my 92-93 Blue Jays collection. There are some new cards by Topps, whether 2024, but they had some Autumn Tales cards come out about things that happened in autumn in the postseason. Here's the Joe Carter. Here's the back of it. But this is the gold parallel, and they're numbered to 75 in this set. Check that out. How beautiful is that? And this is number 1 of 75. So number 01 of 75, Joe Carter, elated after his 1993 World Series ending home run, running around the bases, clapping, being super happy. I love the design of these cards. Even the ones that aren't gold, they're amazing. Look at this full fall foliage. Got the pennant there, the gold border. Number 1 of 75, Joe Carter. There are some autographs and stuff in this set. This is just a great, great insert set. All the moments you can think of in the postseason over the years are pretty much in this. So that is a wonderful insert set that they did last year. Autumn Tales, but that'll go in my Joe Carter Blue Jays World Series collection. Just a beautiful card. And the gold parallel is even better. So that is awesome. Another one, the Chicken Man himself. Shout out to John Wade Boggs fan. But this is a classic. It's funny because it's kind of miscut on the back, but it's actually really, really nice on the front. I had bought quite a few of these trying to get one that was either gradable or at least nice enough to grade, just to have a nice copy. This is a pretty nice one on the front, but I could never find anything that was like really nice and gradable, period. So I ended up finding this one, an autographed one. So it's the Chicken Man card with him holding the rubber chicken. I've been wanting at least a special copy of this because I have a few that aren't just very, very nice. So I decided, hey, we'll go with the special one, but we'll go with the autographed version. So that one's autographed by Wade Boggs himself on the Chicken Man card. So I love it. That is super, super cool. I picked up another Matrix card from the 97 Stadium Club Matrix. Hadn't got this one yet. It's a little pricier than some. It is Derek Jeter, so that's the way it goes. But I picked up the Derek Jeter Matrix. This is the back. These cards are so awesome. And this card is super cool. Speaking of Wade Boggs, you can see him there. But there is, now you can see what's going on in the background there. These Matrix cards are sick. So this, and then the background have all the Matrix technology. All of this picture of them does not. So you can kind of see the juxtapose there. And you can see the Matrix going on in that symbol. So the regular card doesn't have that at all, but all that crazy electric lava looking stuff is only on these Matrix cards. But finally picked up the Jeter, them celebrating. Really beautiful card, great smile. Got the Matrix shine in the background. Trying to pick it up there. Yeah, it's awesome. So added another Matrix to my Matrix collection. That is super awesome. I added another Stadium Club rainbow foil. Of course, these are numbered to 25. This is 2019. This is Jose Canseco. This is my favorite one of him ever. I love this shot. Been wanting to get it. Finally, a guy took my offer because people keep asking so much for these things. But this is a fantastic photograph. Look at that. Jose going down into the tunnel with the A's colors on the wall. Back of his jersey and number just in full view. Look at that rainbow shine. Man, that card is cool. That card is cool. Finally picked one up. So I hadn't had a rainbow foil pickup in a while, but the guy finally took my offer. So there you go. That's one of my favorite rainbow foils right there. Super, super cool card. Love it. That is awesome. Next one is an SPX Radiance, and I've never had one of these. They came out with these in 2000, and they're numbered to 100. But I wanted to have a guy that I at least cared about, and Steve Finley is one of my favorite guys, probably the most underrated player ever. But there's the back. Has a little bit of damage up here, but this is 16 of 100. These are super rare. You basically have to grab one if you see it. They have the same kind of concentric circles as the PMGs from baseball from the good year. And this is a super cool card. Look at this. Steve Finley pictured here with the Diamondbacks. But he came up here with the Astros. But man, look at the beauty of that card. I think it is every bit as beautiful as the PMG. Of course, this is numbered to 100. But these are underrated. I mean, the regular SPX is pretty cool, but these Radiance, and you can see it says Radiance right there. These things are awesome. So, numbered to 100. Amazing, amazing pattern, amazing shine. I don't think these get talked enough about with people talking about PMGs and those things going for thousands of dollars even for commons and stuff. But one of the only 300 club guys ever. Super amazing card. Gold gloves. He was one heck of a player, but that is one heck of a card. It's my first one of the Radiance that I've ever bought. Of course, he was much more reasonable than some of the big stars would, that you would see, even if you ever found them, because normally you can't find those. Now, this next item is super special. I showed this on the Nolan Ryan video I did with Russ, with collecting Nolan and Jim with 5714 Collector. Shout out to those guys, but I figured I'd show it in a proper video and we'll do it HD and all that kind of stuff. But 1989 Sport Flicks, you had this card with Ryan pitching there, and then the portrait, which these actually show up really well, as you can tell. Some of the sport flicks don't, but, and then there's the follow through. So it's a triple exposure sport flicks from 1989. But that picture there is a really, really cool portrait of him. And this here, blank back photo, of course, this here is the original photo proof for that picture. So the middle picture, the portrait picture, that is the one of one photo proof of that picture of Nolan Ryan. So I always wanted to get something of Nolan Ryan that was, something that made a baseball card of my favorite guy. Just getting something of anybody is kind of cool, but getting something of Nolan Ryan that was a proof they used to make a baseball card that we would have pulled out of packs back in the day is about as good as it gets for me. So that is super awesome. Photo proof, Nolan Ryan. Love it. That is about the height of collecting for me, is that kind of stuff. Just super, super great. Got one more real cool thing to show you, but I'll show you a couple things leading up to it. I've been trying to add a little bit to my Randy Johnson collection with the Astros uniform, and Pacific made a few of them. So I've been picking up some of those, and I've been picking up a couple others, but this is the Pacific private stock, and there's the back of it. But these are cool. They have some really good shine on the rainbow foil. It's got him in the Astros uniform. He only pitched here for 2 months, but he completely dominated. But that's a private stock. It's a cheap card. It's not, super low numbered or anything like that, but it's just a great looking card. Not many picturing him with the Astros since he was here for such a short period of time. So that is super cool. And then 99 Aurora from Pacific is the same way, but you can see it has the Diamondbacks logo there. So they already knew what was happening by this point, but this is cool because it's got him pictured there and pictured at bat. So super cool to have kind of the double photo in the Astros uniform, even though they knew he was going to the Diamondbacks. So those are adding to my Randy Johnson collection with the Astros. And the last one is probably the best card they ever made of him outside of some really rare stuff from 99. But this last year in 2024, the Gilded collection, they had an insert called the Electro Black Refractor, and they're numbered to 5. So it's a gilded card that has black, and it is insane. But here's what the back looks like. So these are hard to come by, and they do have some value. So Topps Gilded Electro Black Refractor, and the Randy Johnson in 2024 is pictured with the Astros. So there you go, number 3 of 5 in the world. The Electro Black Gilded, look at that shine. The Electro Black Gilded Randy Johnson. What a beautiful card. Oh man, I just love it. I didn't think I was going to be able to get this. I was just going to try to get a regular gilded one, but this is the most special one. And the black with the dark blue uniforms of the Astros in those years, the black shoes, just everything about this worked so good. This is the best Randy Astros card you can get, and that is super cool. So I was very happy. This guy took my offer far under what other people have asked when these have popped up, but eventually these kind of things, after time passes, they just stop popping up. When a product first comes out, a few of them hit eBay as people are opening and stuff like that. But after a while, these types of inserts numbered to 5 just stop showing up. So really, really happy to be able to capture that. Super cool shine. Randy Johnson, Electro Black Refractor from Gilded. So that's it, guys. Just some cool pickups I've gotten over the last couple months. Hadn't been able to show. Just really, really love these things. Just really great cards. Those three right in front of you of Ryan are just super awesome to me. But hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for all your subs and likes, and thank you for commenting. It's just super wonderful when a comment pops up and you get to read something positive. Maybe you're having a bad day or whatever, but support all your content creators that you enjoy. It's a really big part of it. If you guys weren't out there, then none of this would be fun. So thank you for all your support. Really appreciate it. And until next time, thanks guys.